Hi, I'm Kareem Schumann and this is my wWise demo reel. I had less than 8 weeks in the School of Video Game Audio to learn how to use the wWise software, record my own samples, and replace the audio of an entire level with my own work. Considering that I had never done game audio before, I had a lot of learning to do. Starting from the ground up, I worked on the footsteps. This level only has 2 different ground materials, dirt and what looks like a metallic surface. I had to edit the map so the game would differentiate between the two, and then I made random containers of my recorded samples to ensure a variety of sounds in play. As for the shotgun, I took the instructor's advice and broke the sound down into layers. There's the body, the punch, and the mech. I recorded the shell dropping sounds using the cover of a salt shaker, and separated the reload sound into 3 random containers as well. All of this is properly timed in an event to create a smooth effect, which varies on each playthrough. Afterwards, it was time to do some voice acting. I don't know any professionals in the area, so I decided to go for quantity. By recording a different person for each monster, I ensured that the samples would sound unique and easily recognizable. I directed these actors by showing them how their monsters moved and attacked in-game, how big or small they are, and explaining what kind of sounds I'd need. I encouraged them to try different things and gave them specific instructions if they became unsure. After some editing and processing, each monster ended up with its own personality. Despite not considering myself a composer, I pushed myself to create music for this level since I knew it wouldn't feel complete without it. Being a DJ, I have experience creating beats and rhythms, and with some help from a guitarist, I was able to create a melody with 3 separate sections. I created this song in Mixcraft with MIDI, but it wasn't until I added the live recording of acoustic guitar over it that the song gained some soul. Putting it in a playlist with a certain amount of randomization between sections ensured that it wouldn't get too repetitive with an easily heard pattern. Next, I went into the map editor again to define every space so that wWise could apply the correct reverb settings. Doing this gave a lot of depth to the sound and really makes it audible when you go into a different area. I found while playing this demo that it was quite easy to lose track of your health and die. There are no big indicators like we're used to in current games, which cue us into seeking cover in health packs. There's just the little health counter in the corner. So I took it upon myself to make a critical health state in the audio, which would make it clear to the player that the hero's in trouble. I created a real-time parameter check based on the player's health, which spikes with a low-pass filter as their life drops below 30. The music and sound effects fade away, while the sounds of the player taking damage are left alone to stand out. I also created an infinite loop of slow breathing, which only becomes audible in this state. The state creates an overall impression to the player that their hero is suffering and in trouble. With it, I created a more dramatic and intense experience while also improving playability. Once all the details were in place, it was just a matter of mixing the levels, adding other sounds from the environment like teleport and power-ups, and then testing thoroughly to make sure that everything came out the way I wanted it to. Completing the School of Video Game Audio's program has shown me that I'm fully capable of this work, and yet I've only scratched the surface. Once again, my name is Kareem Schumann. Thank you for checking out my demo, and please contact me if you have any questions.